It's me, Gabagoo Life, welcome. It's me, Gabagoo Life, welcome. It's me, Gabagoo Life, welcome. It's me, Gabagoo Life, welcome.
That's my opinion!
Going to bring in for that upcoming special guest, where the conflict comes into play. Because prior to that other special guests coming into town, I received an email from Brown Paper Tickets, which is the place that we did our special events. Anybody could buy their entry, general admission, VIP meet and greets, the standards in terms of like event organization. And the email indicated that Stacy's at Melrose now had control over my ticket event. And I was just flabbergasted. I was like, what's going on? Stacy didn't talk to me. Why? This must be a mistake. So I called up Brown Paper Tickets, and Brown Paper Tickets indicated that Stacy had showed them that he was the owner of the business where the event was being taking place at. Remind you, all this is unbeknownst to me. So no conversation, no conflict resolution, none of that. This is just sort of happened, sort of like pulling the rug underneath somebody. So Brown Paper Tickets indicated that Stacy showed that he was the owner of Stacy's, and actually their words were that Stacy said I was a disgruntled employee that he was going to get rid of or fire, and he needed to do it in a seamless way. Mind you, we were independent contractors. I was an employee. Yes, Arizona is a one-party record state, so I have those recorded, but mainly I want to say this once and not talk about it again. Felt like the right thing to do was to involve my castmates, my team, the people that we've been together for a year about this situation. I showed them the email. I talked to them about what happened. I believe it was a Monday all this went down, and I had asked the entire team, I said, will you please just not perform tomorrow as I try to figure out what happened with Stacy, because I hadn't had a chance to talk to Stacy yet. The text message screenshots indicate, no, we're not going to sit this out. So no sisterhood in my opinion. And two, they all needed the money. That's what it said. We're going to do it for the money. That issue is between you and Stacy and not us. We need the money. I knew in that moment that I was alone, though I knew that I had to stand for something because I felt like it was very backdoor. It was very unethical. I didn't feel like it was a good business move. And personally, I'm not going to put my brand or my name on something if it's not a good connection, if it's not compassionate, if it doesn't support the idea. Sometimes you have to walk away. So I'm like, okay, y'all, I'm going to take my brand. You all can name it something else. We'll talk soon. Good luck. But no, just like any good band that breaks up, there is turmoil and there is issues and drama. And so they wanted to keep the brand because one, it's been around, it's been successful, it is a good brand. The Queer Agenda is an excellent brand. And as one of them said, no, we're not going to change it because it's a good brand. Duh, I created it. Brenda from, I believe it was House of Smalls, went into the Arizona State business trademark name and trademarked the name and basically gave it to Eve All, who was running the Queer Agenda in my absence. I was still screaming from the rooftop, change the name, it's my brand. Then it became this online war attack. That was the very first time, I believe in 2019, that it was just like, oh, GABA's the issue. But nobody once said, hey, GABA's the one that hired me. Here's the interview of me saying that GABA is the one that asked me to do it. No one said, hey, this is GABA's brand. Maybe we should, I don't know, pay them a fee or ask them if we can buy the name, or none of that. The idea was GABA created it, we're going to keep it, and we're going to plant our feet and be as disruptive as possible anytime GABA wants to try to get their brand back. Look, I say GABA, but at the time I was Carnita Asada. There was this tug of war. I went over to Kobalt that year in 2019 and produced my very first Halloween show. That's when I started my business. I turned what I knew in event organizing, brand creation, and production into a business. While this was all going down, there was a flex, and that flex was, we own the trade name through the Arizona State Business Commission, therefore it is ours. So on this same day that this whole turmoil happened, I just went right to the federal trademark and I started planning the trademark process. I was not messing around. I was going to put up a fight.